Hello children, let me welcome you to the virtual class of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher. Children, we are in the middle of this COVID-19 pandemic and because of that we are not able to go to school, but that doesn't mean we are going to stop learning. So we are going to do many lessons which are very interesting from your textbook through the virtual class here. So let us do a lesson in English today. So children, welcome to a lesson in Standard 2nd English. And the lesson that we are going to do today is a very important lesson for us. Okay, because here in this particular lesson, we are going to learn how to speak. So what is the name of our lesson for today? It is lesson number 2.7. Let's speak. So children, we all know that when we start learning English, we learn to speak in English, we learn to read English, we learn to write in English. Okay, but the most important thing for us is learning to listen to English. So if you learn to listen, you will learn to speak. Okay, so come on, today we are going to learn how to speak by listening to what I am going to tell you now. So let us start by understanding what is speaking. So see this cartoon, what is that cartoon doing? That cartoon is speaking. So speaking means what? Saying so many things. So do you say a lot of things? Do you speak? Yes, all of us speak. We speak to our mummy, we speak to our daddy, we speak to our friends, we speak to our cousins, okay? We speak to our teachers. So when we speak, what do? We always try to tell people what is there in our mind. Sometimes when we are asked questions, we answer them. So all of us know to speak. So what are we learning here now? We are learning how to speak in English. Okay, now when you talk alone, it is called as speaking. But sometimes when two people speak, that is when two people talk to each other, it is called as conversation. Okay, when two people talk, it is called as conversation. Now see, look at the picture here. What is happening? That girl is saying something and the man is listening and the man is saying something else. So when you converse, means two or more people talk to each other. They speak and they listen and then again they speak. So what must these two people be saying? They must be asking about something. So the girl is asking something and the boy is giving the reply to that. Okay, so when you converse, when you speak to each other, what do? You ask for something, you reply, you give an answer, you ask a question. So that is what we are going to learn in this particular lesson today. We are going to talk about how questions are asked. That is, the teacher here in this lesson is going to ask questions. Okay, and the students in her class, they are going to answer. But now children, this question and answers are going to be a little different and they're going to be a little interesting as well. So come on, let us see how this is going to be different, how this is going to be interesting. So let us start by saying that now we are in a class. Okay, so imagine all of us are sitting in a classroom and our teacher is teaching something. Now what all things do you learn, children, when you go to school? In school, our teacher teaches us many different things, but most importantly, she teaches us about the numbers. That is, she teaches us to count, she teaches us to write numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And then our teacher also teaches us the letters of the alphabet. That is, she teaches us A, B, C, D, E. Then she teaches us also how to write words, how to write letters. Okay, and then she also teaches us to say the letters, she teaches us to say the numbers. Okay, so our teacher teaches us speaking, she teaches us writing. But in the school when you go, children, are these the only things that you do? Do you only learn numbers? Do you only learn letters of the alphabet? Do you only learn words? No, there are some other interesting things also that we do when we go to school, and those are the activities that we do during the activity time. So look at this picture. You can see these children doing so many different things. Someone is reading and writing, like we just learned. See a child, he's painting. Okay, someone else is drawing. Then some children are making different paper cuttings. They're cutting paper of different colors and they're sticking it on a paper. Okay, and then one child is also doing clay work, that is work with clay. So these are the different things that you learn when you go to school, isn't it? You learn how to work with paper, you learn how to work with clay, and you also learn how to paint, you learn how to draw, and of course you learn how to read and to write. That is, you learn to read the numbers and the letters of the alphabet. You learn to write also the letters of the alphabet and also to read them. So these are the various activities that we do in school. These are all very interesting, isn't it? All these activities. But today, the activity that we are going to do and we are going to speak about is going to be more interesting. It is much more interesting than all these activities that you can see here. So come on, let us see what their activity is going to be. So today, the teacher and the children in her class, they're going to make bhel. Wow. So all of us love bhel, isn't it? We get bhel which is sukha, that is dry bhel. We get bhel which is gila, that is the wet bhel. But whether it is dry, whether it is wet, all of us like to eat bhel. We like to eat pani puri, we like to eat chaat. Okay, so these children in the class and their teacher, they are planning to make bhel. So now all the speaking that is going to be done is about how to make this bhel. So they will plan now. The teacher and the children together, they will plan on how they will make bhel. So children, you must have eaten bhel a number of times, isn't it? But most of the time, where do we eat bhel? We eat it from the bhel wala uncle. That is, we have these bhel wala uncles who have these small thelas. Like see, this person has got a small thela. Some of them have those big gadis. Some even have shops. So we go there and we order bhel and we eat it. Sometimes when our mother feels that we should not eat from outside, our mother makes bhel for us at home. Okay, but now when we eat the bhel which our mummy makes, when we eat the bhel which the bhel wala uncle makes, we just simply enjoy and eat the bhel. But now we are supposed to make the bhel. Okay, we are not going to get it ready made. So the teacher is going to help them, of course, but then the main duty of making the bhel will be the duty of the children. So to make bhel, you will have to first think about what all things are needed in order to make the bhel. So come on, there is this picture for you here, and also you can imagine, since we have all eaten bhel many a times, you can imagine also that what all things will go into the bhel. Okay, and then now the teacher and the students are going to speak to each other and they're going to decide what they will do in order to make the bhel. So for that, now we have to decide that we need so many things, isn't it? Look at the plate of bhel. There are so many things in it. So I can see onions, I can see tomatoes, I can see some save, and of course I can see kurmura, that is I can see puffed rice. So now we will have to plan. The teacher and the children will have to plan who is going to get all this in order to make the bhel. So come on, let us see what all things are required now to make the bhel, so we can help the teacher and the children plan. Okay, so see, these are all the different things that we are going to need in order to make bhel. So come on, let us start by understanding what these things are, or by learning the names of these things. So here we have the things that you need to bring in order to make bhel. So the children are going to bring all this stuff to school and they're going to mix it there and they're going to make bhel. So the children will bring certain things, the teacher will bring certain things, and then the yummy bhel will be ready. Okay, so come on, let's start by understanding the names of all these things that you can see on the screen. So the first thing is this. What is it called? Do you know what it is called? Yes, it is called as puffed rice or kurmura. So have you all eaten kurmura? Puffed rice. Now it is a little different from poha, okay? Poha is called as beaten rice, beaten, whereas this is puffed. This is the opposite of poha. So for poha, what do? You beat the rice, and for this you puff the rice. So we have kurmura, the most important thing in order to make bhel. So see, you're learning so many new words, isn't it, in English? So puffed rice is one word, and then you're going to need things like save, okay, things like gatia, which is called as farsan. So you're going to need farsan in order to make bhel. Then in order to make bhel, you're going to need, see, look at the various things like onions, you have tomatoes, you have coriander. Coriander means dhania patta. You can also see kairi there. Raw mango, does it make your mouth water? Yes, talking about raw mango, talking about kairi makes our mouth water. You can also add cucumber to it. Okay, some people add pomegranate, that is anardana, to it. So see, it is bhel. That means you can add anything of your choice to make it tasty or interesting. Then you have these puris there. Can you see the puris? And of course you have the lemon which you squeeze on top of the bhel at the end. Along with that, I can also see some peanuts. Then we can see puris, potatoes, masalas, etc. So you can see lots of puris there, and there is boiled and mashed potatoes and also masala. So these are the different things that we are going to need in order to make the bhel. So now we understood what we need to make the bhel. Now the important thing is deciding who is going to bring what. And for that, of course, we will have to speak. Unless and until you speak, unless and until the teacher asks questions and the children answer those questions, we will not know who is going to bring what thing. Okay, so we will start now by speaking about what things we need to do or what things we need to bring. Now for that, what will happen? We have to do also so many things. For example, see, we have to chop onions. Now you cannot chop onions in school, isn't it? Because we cannot take a knife to school. So maybe someone can bring the onions chopped from their homes. They can tell their mummy or their papa to chop the onions and they can bring it. One more thing which you need to do for making bhel is you need to chop tomatoes. Chopping means cutting using a knife. Okay, so these are the things which you need to do. So see, chop is also one new word that we have learnt now. So you need to chop onions, you need to chop tomatoes. But the teacher is not going to allow the children to bring knives to school. That means you will have to bring them from your home. Okay, children? So these are all the things that you need to bring and the things that you need to do also. So you need to bring puffed rice, you need to bring onions, tomatoes, and you need to bring farsan, you need to bring masalas, puris, potatoes, and also you need to chop onions and chop tomatoes before bringing them to school. Okay, now we will see what the teacher and the students are going to speak about. So they are going to have a conversation, or they are going to speak and they are going to plan about how this bhel is going to be made. Alright, the teacher is going to ask children something and the children are going to answer. So I want you to listen carefully now, because see children, here we are not able to speak to each other. In case we were in an ordinary class or in the normal virtual class, I would have asked you questions and you would have answered beautifully. But here that is not going to be possible. So what are you supposed to do? You are supposed to listen to me and repeat after me at home. Okay, so done. Let us start by seeing what conversation these people are planning to have with each other, and we are also going to learn to speak like that. Okay, so the teacher will ask certain questions to the children, and what those questions are going to be? Are they going to be about A, B, C, D or 1, 2, 3? No. Those questions are going to be about bhel. That is, who will bring, and then let us see what answer the children are giving. And who will answer to these questions? The students will answer to these questions. Okay, so come on, let us look at this question answers and let us learn how to speak in English. So the teacher will ask the first question. What is the most important thing that we are going to require to make the bhel? It is the puffed rice or the kurmura. So see, the teacher is asking, who would like to bring kurmura? So what is it? It is a question. The teacher is asking, who would like to bring kurmura or puffed rice? So the teacher is asking this question about kurmura or puffed rice. And then one student says, I would like to bring kurmura. So see, who would like to bring becomes I would like to bring. Now this child is saying it that he alone will like to bring kurmura. If the child sitting next to him also wants to bring kurmura, then what will they do? Both of them will raise their hands and they will say, we would like to bring kurmura. Once again, let us look at the question and the answer. So it is, let's go back to the previous question. Who would like to bring kurmura? So the child says, I would like to bring kurmura. Okay, now just think about the other ways in which you can ask this question. For example, at home, you can ask your mother, who would like to eat a chocolate? And your mother will say, I would like to eat a chocolate. Okay, who would like to clean the table? I would like to clean the table. So this is how you answer to this question, who would like, I would like. Let us practice some more questions based on this question pattern. So see, you have the next question, and who would like to bring farsan? So now we know that farsan is also very, very important to make bhel. So I'm asking, and who would like to bring farsan? So this is farsan. So one child says, teacher, I would like to bring farsan. So I would like to bring farsan. So one child is answering. If both the girls would have said, then what the answer would have been? Yes, it would have been, we would like to bring farsan. Okay, and who would like to bring farsan? Teacher, I would like to bring farsan. So see, what are we doing? We are practicing to speak this question and also to give the answer to this question. Who would like? Okay, you can keep on adding whatever you want ahead. Who would like to bring farsan? See, we said who would like to bring kurmura? We said we can add any other question also. But what have you learned to say? We will learn to say who would like. And the answer will be I would like or we would like. Okay, moving on to the next thing in the bhel. What are the other things needed for bhel? So the teacher is asking another question now. She's saying, what are the other things needed for bhel? So now you know what are the other things needed for bhel? Yes, because we already saw the picture. But the children in the class, they also know what the other things needed for the bhel are. So see, they're so happy because they know the answer, isn't it? So what is the first one saying? First one is saying tomatoes. So what are the other things needed for the bhel? Tomatoes are needed for the bhel. The next girl is saying onions. So onions are needed for the bhel. And what else is important for the bhel? Yes, it is coriander leaves or dhania patti. So see how happily these children are answering because they know the answer. And you also know the answer. So I think you are also very happy. So what are the other things needed for bhel? The other things needed for bhel are tomatoes, onions and coriander leaves. Okay, then let us move on and let us see what will the next question be. So the teachers again coming to the same question. Now tell me, who would like to bring chopped tomatoes and onions? I told you, teacher will not allow us to chop the onions and tomatoes in the class because she will not allow us to carry knives or churi to the class. So Now the teacher is asking, who would like to bring chopped onions and tomatoes? Who would like to bring chopped onions and tomatoes? So the children says, one child says, I would like to bring chopped tomatoes. I would like to bring chopped tomatoes. And another child says, I would like to bring chopped onions. I would like to bring chopped onions. So now everything is done. What is the only thing remaining now? We have to get some coriander leaves. Okay, so now the teacher asks to the children, and who would like to bring chopped coriander leaves? Who would like to bring chopped coriander leaves? So here the child answers saying, teacher, I would like to bring chopped coriander leaves. I would like to bring chopped coriander leaves. Okay, so now everything is done. So most of the things needed for the bhel is done. One child is bringing the kurmura, the other child is bringing the farsan. Some children are bringing chopped onions, tomatoes and coriander leaves. So now little bit of work is remaining that the teacher says that I will do. So what is the teacher going to bring? Wonderful children, she says. Wonderful. So all of you are going to bring all the things. Then she says, children, I would like to bring salt, lemon juice, a big bowl, spoons and plates. So what is she saying? I would like to bring. So now no one is asking her the question. She is saying it herself. She is saying, wonderful children, I would like to bring salt, lemon juice, a big bowl in which we are going to mix all the ingredients of the bhel, and spoons and plates. Okay, so then the children say, all of them, they scream together and they say, yummy. What do they say? They say yummy, because once all these things are brought, we bring all these things, we can make bhel and then we can eat it. So the children are very happy and then they say yummy. Okay, and finally the children say, yay, what fun. That means learning ABCD, learning 1, 2, 3 is fun. But making something like this with the help of your teacher, that is making bhel, bringing things from your home, mixing it up and eating it with your friends, is more fun. So what do the children say? They say, yay, what fun. Okay, so what did we do today, children? We learned how to make bhel. Very good. That is very important, that we should know how to make bhel also. But most importantly, what were we learning to do? We were learning to speak a little bit in English. That is, we were learning in order to ask this question, who would like to? So if someone asks you the question, who would like to? What answer will you give, children? You will give the answer, I would like to. Okay, so this is the point that we learned in our lesson for today. We learned to speak a little bit of English. So how did we learn to speak this English? We learned to speak this English by trying to make bhel. So we wanted to make bhel and we thought about all the questions and the answers that you could ask in order to make this bhel. Okay, children, so wasn't this a very interesting lesson? So after you finish watching the videos, children, I have a small task for you. Okay, so let me explain to you what the tasks are. So children, now you have watched the video. So after you watch the video now, you will have to complete a few simple tasks. Now you might have watched the video on your computers or your laptops or your mobile phones. Now after you watch the video, what will you do? You will please go to the description box which is given below the video. So what is the description box? See, the description box looks like this. Alright, and after you go to the description box, you will see that there are a few questions there. Now what are these questions about? These questions are about the lesson that we just learned or the video that you just watched. So what will you do? You will think back properly about the lesson and you will try and answer these questions. And note down the answers in your notebook if you want. Okay? After that, we have another task waiting. You will also click on the link which you will find in the description box to fill up the Google form. So now what is the Google form, children? It is nothing but a simple form. There are a few simple questions there about the video which you just saw and also about yourself. So these are the tasks now that you will have to complete after you watch each video. So children, wasn't that a very interesting lesson? I'm sure you learnt a lot of new things in this lesson. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my video so that you will get to see all the videos which I keep posting regularly.